my dear Scorpios. Oh, welcome back. I am so excited to talk just to you today. You beautiful, intense, transformative souls. There is just something special about dedicating all this energy to you. This is for Scorpio Sun and, of course, Ascendant Scorpio.
It's a really critical moment to be tuning in. We're looking at the cosmic weather for the week of December 15th through the 21st. And this week is, it's packed. According to the sky indicators, we have this incredible synchronization happening.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, first, we have a powerful new moon that's arriving on Friday, December 20th. And then right on its heels, literally, is the solar solstice on Sunday, the 21st. That's when the sun shifts into Capricorn.
Wow. That is a powerhouse combination. So this isn't just, a simple forecast. This is more like a personalized roadmap. Our whole mission today is to unpack this planetary energy because this week it's all about transformation. It's about reassessment.
Exactly. It's a turning point.
It really is. You get to decide very deliberately what structure you keep and maybe more importantly, what foundation you just tear down to rebuild something better. And my dear listener, we are talking to both your sun and your rising sign right now. Please be sure to follow your rising sign, honey. It is so very important. The urgency of this energy, it applies to both your core self and, the self you show to the world.
Okay, so let's start there. Let's unpack that transformation.
Yeah.
Starting with that core self. When we look at Scorpio, we see a sign that, it naturally seeks depth. And right now, you might be feeling a genuine catharsis.
Catharsis is the word.
Right. This isn't just a tough week. This is a deep internal purging process. It's prompting you to reassess what truly, truly matters. The clarity you're looking for comes from looking inward.
And figuring out what's really been driving you, right? Like the hidden truths. So what's giving this catharsis so much energy?
That would be Mars. Mars, your traditional ruler, the planet of action, drive, all of that, is shifting into Capricorn right at the start of the week, December 15th.
That is huge because Mars isn't just like running wild anymore. It's meeting structure, discipline, long-term vision. That's a whole different game.
It's a fascinating combination. When Mars enters Capricorn, it stops being a general and it starts being an architect. It's lending Scorpios this increased determination, this resilience, this fighting spirit, yes? But it's all focused on building something sustainable.
Right. So it's not that quick, passionate, flash-in-the-pan change.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
This is the deliberate, slow-burn energy of an engineer who is designing something permanent.
Okay, so this is where that long-term blueprint comes into play. The energy you use this week, it's not just about winning today's battle. The successes you secure, the foundations you lay, they're designed to grow over the next 2.5 years.
Exactly. We're talking about results that will be undeniable by, say, January 2026. This is not a sprint. It's infrastructure development for your life. And that's why this Martian energy demands that long-term strategic view. You are, in effect, laying the cornerstone of your future right now. You have to look toward 2026 to see what really contributes to your well-being and, crucially, what obstacles you need to clear now to get there.
So it's about getting that clear-eyed assessment, free from all the emotional stuff of the past few months. It feels like the universe is basically handing you the keys to the ship.
It trusts you to steer it.
But Mars also rules conflict. And with Scorpio's intensity and this need for catharsis, how do you make sure you're channeling this into building and not just, starting fights?
That's a very important question. The key is in that Capricorn placement discipline. Scorpio can easily fall into obsessing over some small grievance. Capricorn demands that we prioritize.
Okay, so a gut check.
Yes. If you feel that urge to fight, you have to ask yourself, does winning this specific argument serve my 2.5-year plan? If the answer is no, then that energy has to be redirected immediately into constructive work.
I love that. Turning high adrenaline energy into high altitude strategy. It's like, this is the week we stop dwelling on the small stuff and start building the fortress.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's pivot from all that internal work to the material world. What good is a strong foundation if the roof is leaking, right?
Right. When we look at the sky energies this week, that need for stability and income becomes highly relevant. The focus on Mars in Capricorn, it naturally draws our attention to material security. This is a very favorable time to stabilize and improve your finances.
But it's not just going to fall in your lap.
No, it requires effort, initiative, and, most importantly, removing those past obstacles that have been cluttering up your financial life.
This is where the choices get really clear, I think. You might feel this push to find totally new sources of income because the old ones just aren't cutting it anymore. Or you might be called to dig in your heels and like aggressively defend what you already have to overcome some difficulties.
And we have to talk about expenses. Because while this is a stabilization phase, increased expenses are likely. But the energy here suggests these should be seen as useful or, unavoidable investments.
Like a capital injection into that big 2.5-year project we're building.
Exactly. Think about upgrading professional tools or maybe finally hiring a good financial advisor.
Right.
Things that support the long-term goal.
So this is the week we finally decide if that streaming subscription is a necessary investment in our mental health, or if it's just dead weight we need to cut. It's about conscious choice.
It is. And that intentionality gets amplified by the new moon on December 20th. New moons are always about setting intentions, and this one, it gives this powerful push to materialize your dreams, specifically your material ones.
And if you act now,
The results will clearly unfold by that January 2026 mark. This period is incredibly potent for financial renewal. But, and this is a big but, you have to avoid impulsive, risky moves.
okay, that's the contrast. The Mars energy says act now, but the Capricorn structure says act with patience.
You've got it. Don't mistake urgency for impulsivity. If those old income sources don't align with who you want to be in 2026, this new moon is your window to choose a new path.
Okay, let's switch gears. For a deep, intuitive Scorpio, I mean, so much of the transformative work happens in relationships.
It really does. We're seeing a strong theme of testing in romantic relationships this week. The intensity of the cosmic weather is going to put pressure on connections. It forces hidden things to the surface.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Not at all. If you're feeling stable with your partner right now, that is a very positive, enduring sign for your future. That stability has been earned.
But my kind listener, if things are shifting, and they might be, that's okay too. Important relationships are undergoing a necessary recalibration. The more open you are to refreshing or stabilizing things, the better the outcome will be.
This isn't about ignoring friction. It's about using the friction to polish the stone, as you said. And this leads right into that essential cleansing theme that Scorpio knows so well.
Oh yes, the spring cleaning of the soul.
Exactly. This is a really suitable and sometimes inevitable time to end contacts that are genuinely causing you harm or just unreliable. This separation isn't punishment. It's a necessary catharsis. You are making space for better alliances.
And here's the big emotional relief moment, sweet birds. If you've been wrestling with some issue from back in late October or November, that lingering fight, that unresolved tension, this week brings resolution.
It finally clears up, or maybe it just loses its emotional weight.
Yes. That feeling of finally putting a complicated thing to rest, that's a gift you've really earned.
And while you're clearing out the old, keep your eyes open for the new. In the second half of the week, especially around that new moon and solstice, the energy strongly suggests someone new will enter your life and really capture your attention.
Ooh, romantic?
Right.
Professional?
Could be anything. A mentor, a new love interest, a creative partner. The trick is recognizing them. And this isn't just a passing acquaintance. With the right strategic approach, that Mars and Capricorn discipline, you can turn this connection into a valuable long-term ally.
So you're vetting them against that 2.5-year plan.
You are. It all connects. This whole week is about deploying your power consciously.
It really is. It feels like an integration of everything.
It is. With the solstice on the 21st, the moment the light is reborn, and that powerful new moon, you're moving out of this year focusing on where you break through. This week is about planting those long-term intentions, focusing on the victories, and celebrating what has truly worked. You're setting the course.
My dears, the universe has given you both the passion of Mars and the patience of Capricorn. Let the new moon clear the emotional brush and let the solstice reveal the deep, transformative power you've earned. Go forth and choose your next 2.5 years of victory because the sky is literally waiting for you to strike gold with intention and with discipline. My kind listener, if this reflection resonated with that beautiful, deep soul of yours, please let us know. We're building this magnificent community together. Give us a like or send us a little note about what truths came to the surface for you during this intensely strategic week. All right, sweet birds, the energy is buzzing, but the cosmos are still spinning. Next up, we are pivoting to the solid ground of Capricorn to see what the stars have in store for the rest of the Zodiac, so stick with us.